Hey guys, it's Chris Wong. I'm filming this video as of August 2nd, 2025, and I'd like to talk about my new thoughts on inverse ETFs and how I'm using them in my portfolio. So as a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just guys interested in building a portfolio and trying to achieve financial independence, retire early. So originally I did buy inverse ETFs last November. Like I tried the YoMax ones, DIPS, FIAT, CRSH, and YQQQ. So those are the ones by YoMax. And I didn't sell them at a good time and actually lost money. And I looked at the individual ones by Rex shares, like the Tesla long and the Tesla short one. And I didn't understand it myself how they fully work or how I can benefit from them. So I actually decided not to use them. And it was a mistake I made by not having them last February or last April, when some inverse ETFs could have protected my account from big margin calls. So the mistake I think I was having before was I was actually selling shares that were up. Like at that time, I would sell Coney when it was up and I would buy FIAT, thinking that I'm going to benefit from the inverse ETF while at that time it was down, but it went down further. And with some of the YoMax ones, they don't seem to go up as much when the actual underlying goes up. So during the last month, when the stock market reached its all-time highs, I decided to purchase shares of YQQQ and SPXU by ProShares, which is the triple leverage inverse S&P 500. I actually decided to buy little bits at a time and just average down only. And I thought about just buy them just in case the market goes back down and have something to protect my margin. But in the long term, not care if I lose money on the inverse ETFs. And I actually decided to just limit myself on having one YoMax inverse ETF, so YQQQ, just so I can have it based on the inverse NASDAQ, and have one based on the S&P 500. So I picked SPXU. I saw the share price chart of the Rex shares short inverse ETF for Tesla, and I couldn't figure out what's the best way I could add that to my portfolio without actually losing money. So I was actually looking at my portfolio yesterday for August 1st, 2025, and seeing how a lot of stocks went down. And I saw that SPXU was a little bit above my average book price for all the shares I bought over time. And YQQQ, even though I still got a dividend and the share price went up, but it's still a little bit below my average. So I was actually wondering, should I just hold on to these over time and just save them for, like, if there's a big crash and I can just sell them over time, or just hold on to them and just not care if I lose money on them. I also just had a thought, if I need to sell shares at any time, whether the market is up or down, then at least if the market is down and I have some inverse ETFs, hopefully if I do need to sell the inverse ETFs, I will sell at a profit or break even. The ETFs I have that pay me monthly or weekly dividends and the long-term trend is going up, I don't want to sell them unless I really have to settle a margin call. But even in my RSP or my TFSA, my goal is never sell them. So when the market goes down and I make it a goal to buy more regular ETFs to increase my monthly or weekly dividend income, then the inverse ETFs will still be there. Just if I need to sell it to sell a margin call, then it's there. But if I don't need it to settle a margin call, or don't need it just because I need the extra cash, then I'll just hold on to it. And when the market corrects itself and the share price of the inverse ETFs go down, then I could just buy more inverse ETFs over time. So as time goes on, I would still accumulate shares of more regular ETFs and more inverse ETFs. As long as majority of my holdings are regular ETFs that follow the indexes, or let's say if I purchase shares of YTSL, which is Tesla ETF by Purpose ETFs. If the Purpose ETF goes up when Tesla goes up, then I want to hold on to that. It's very difficult to day trade, and even I don't find the right time to swing trade correctly most of the time. Only a few times I've actually made a profit from selling shares because of time. But a lot of times due to certain situations or due to bad decisions, I've actually lost money trying to buy and sell. So I'd rather be an income investor. I'd rather just be a buy and hold investor. And regardless of how much money I've lost from making bad moves, I'm still investing. I'm still investing for the long term, for the rest of my life, trying to achieve financial independence, retire early. I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thank you guys for watching.